Hey guys, this is my very first, well, technically it's my second makeup tutorial, but I'm going to try and do a look for you. I've already done my face, my eyebrows, primed my eyes, a little bit of bronzer, but I'm basically focusing on the eye look today. So first, we're going to start off with a fluffy brush. This is the It Cosmetics fluffy brush, the Flawless All Over Shadow brush, but I use it for my crease. So first I'm going to take this Makeup Geek shadow, and I'm going to put that in my crease. We just want a light transition shade to blend out the rest of the shadows. This is going to be kind of a dramatic look. So I'm going to put that in the crease and blend it up.
Not exactly. I mean, I'll admit it, so far everything he's done has been completely legal, as far as he knows.
Oops.
What do you mean? Well, it's all...
Turn down my television. There we go. Okay. And we want to blend this out all the way up. Then we're going to take, I'm taking this Sephora eyeliner in brown. It's waterproof. And I'm going to take a flat, this is like a flat concealer brush. It's a Sony Kashik. I got it in a huge set. It's a pretty cheap brush, but it's flat. And I'm going to put the brown, this is a liquid eyeliner, on my lid. And you do not have to be precise with this. We want to kind of stay away from the crease though, and just focus this closest to the lash line and about halfway up the lid. And you don't really have to be precise because we're going to blend it out, and we're going to use some darker shades to blend that into the Makeup Geek shadow that we put down before. So just about there. And then we'll do the other eye as well. Not worrying about being precise, but I do want to focus closest, like tight to the lash line. I want the darkness to be close to the lash line to make those lashes look thicker. Like so. Okay, that's pretty good. Alrighty. Then I'm going to take the same fluffy brush that I was using before, and I'm going to take, this is a really old MAC shadow palette, and it was, this is hilarious, it was in this, but this is magnetic, and so I use it to hold my Makeup Geek shadows. Janky, yeah. Actually, you know what? We're going to take this shade first into the crease. I'm going to change it up on you guys. And we're going to put that right over top, right above, rather, the brown liquid eyeliner that I put down. And this is just going to be over top the transition shade as well. We're just gonna really smoke it out. Nice, okay, and the other side. And again, you don't have to be super precise with this, but the colors on top of each other, the lightest on the bottom and then darker on top, is going to really help the gradient of the shades. Alright, and then what I like to do also is take a fluffy brush. This is also Sony Kashik's from the same kit as the other flat brush that I showed you. And I'm just gonna, it doesn't have any product on it. I'm just gonna blend this all out in windshield wiper motions. This also does a really good job of diffusing the color too. So if you get a little bit too much eyeshadow on the brush we had before, this can kind of diffuse and erase what you put down. Okay, then we're gonna go in with a flat shader brush, again Sony Kashik, and we're gonna go into this darker brown shade. It's kind of got a reddish undertone to it, like a brick color. We're gonna take that on our brush, and we're gonna put that in the crease just above the darker shadow. And we're not gonna bring this up too much. And we want to focus on this really round shape. I notice that whenever I'm doing my eyeshadow, I always have to like smile. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that's all about, but okay. That looks pretty good. And then again, I'm going to take this fluffy brush with no product, and I'm going to really blend it out. You don't want any harsh lines. Then I'm going to go back to this brush right here, and I'm going to take some more of this color here, just on the, above the crease, and blend that out to help blend the colors together a little bit. Sometimes I find if I put down a dark shade and there's too much of a kind of a harsh line between the two colors, if I bring the lighter shade in on top of all of it, it helps to really blend it out. Okay, like that. Now, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. I'm just gonna use my finger because this is a really, really bronzy shade that has a lot of pop, and I find that using your finger is the best way to lay it down on your eyelid to where there's a lot of product with not a lot of fallout. Works better than a brush for me. I'm just going to focus this on the center of the lid for a nice pop. Okay. Okay, then I'm going to go back to this flat shader brush. I'm going to wipe it off a little bit. And I'm going to go into my Makeup Geek shadows again. And I'm going to take the dark brown shade. I don't know if you can see it. Boop, that one. And I'm going to darken up the outer and the inner corners. And I really want to circle the outer corner out. And then also darken up. In fact, I'm going to use a more precise brush. I'm gonna use the end. This is a crown brush, I think. I'm gonna use this end little pointy eyeliner, not eyeliner. I'm at a loss. I'm gonna use this brush right here. And pack on color in the middle of the eye like this. and a little more on the outer. Kind of bring it down, curve it around to the bottom lashes here. All right, same thing on the other side. Okay, back to this brush. I think I want to bring this dark color even higher. Yeah. I want to really exaggerate that crease. So I am taking this brown color all the way up. And really rounding out the socket. All right, now I'm gonna go back with the fluffy brush again. And you guessed it. Blend. Okay, what we need is more of this bronze because I think that it's beautiful. So we're gonna pack this on a little bit more. Just focusing on the middle of the eye. All right, now we can do the lower lash line. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take this flat brush again and basically do on the bottom what I did to the top. So I'm going to take this brick colored shade and this brush and smoke out the bottom. And what I find is that the lighter shades use a larger brush, and then as you go down to the darker shades, you use a smaller, more precise brush. And that will help with the gradient on the bottom. Okay, I really hope I didn't go out of frame there, but okay. Then, boom, found it, this brush. And this shade right here. And go on top of that. Then I'm going to take the large fluffy brush that I had. Oh, it's right here. And blend that all out. The more blending you do, the better. Trust. Okay, then I'm gonna take this brush again. And the brown. And I'm gonna go this brown. I'm gonna go even closer to the lash line. And you guessed it, blend it out. Okay, then finally, whew, gosh, I'm gonna take this littler brush. It's just pointy. This one's flat and longer. And I'm gonna take this bronze color that we used on top and put that like basically in my waterline on the bottom. It gives like a bronzy eyeliner look. I always, this is gonna look scary for a minute, but I always tightline on the top because it just makes your eyelashes look thicker once you put mascara on, because I will not be doing false lashes because I don't like them. For certain occasions I do. If I'm going out, I'll wear them, but for the most part I do not. All right, let me do mascara off camera. I'll be right back. Okay, so I put my mascara on, and then I recorded me putting I wanted to make it a little bit more dramatic and a little bit deeper in the eye socket, and so I used this brush and added some black from Makeup Geek, just in the crease and on the inner corner to just make it more dramatic, and then I blended it all out with a fluffy brush just to give it a little bit more drama. Okay, so now we're basically done with the eyes. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of contour, blush, highlight, and some lips, and we will be done. The contour that I'm gonna be using is the Morphe contour kit. I love this kit. I have the Anastasia contour kit, but I love this kit because the contour shade that I use, this one right here, it's a really cool tone contour, which I love. The Anastasia one I feel like is still a little bit too orange for me. I used the brush from the Benefit Hoola bronzer because to me it seems like it's the closest thing to the NARS Ita brush that I really want, but that's $55, so this is what I use. And I just focus the contour like on this inch of my face and we will blend it out. But whenever you I used to, when I was first learning how to contour, bring my contour all the way out here and it just starts looking muddy and it kind of starts to look like you have a beard. It's not cute. I take that on my temples. And on my forehead. And then I also take it under my jawline. I don't know why it helps to smile. It does. Boom. I take a fluffy brush and the Hoola bronzer and I just blend all that out. And if you really want your contour to be intense, you can take a lighter shade like this, either of these, and you can go underneath your highlight with a smaller brush like this and really lighten that up. All right, now we're going to use some blush, and I'm going to use this Estee Lauder. It's so old that I don't have the name on it anymore, but it looks like this. It's just kind of a soft, it looks intense, but it's a soft peachy shade, especially if you use like a real fluffy brush like this. It just diffuses the color a lot and just adds a nice, just a little bit of color. All right, now highlight. So I use this Rob Sheppy for Teeny Beauty, and I believe it is an eyeshadow, but I love it as a highlight. It's a really, really pretty highlight. So I take my e.l.f. brush. I have two of these brushes. One I use to set my under eyes, and then one I use to highlight. And I'll just tap it in the highlight. And Mama loves a highlight. I don't know if you, I don't know if it'll pick up on camera, but woo! I think we need more pinky cheeks. So I will take, this is a NYX blush in Dusty Rose. And a smaller, more condensed brush. And this is a Morphe brush. It's kind of fluffy. And I'm just going to contour my nose just a little bit. And I just take a fluffy brush and blend that out. Okay, then I'll usually take the fluffy brush again and a light shade and just lighten up the sides of my nose and the center. Then I'll just take a little bit of highlight and put it on the tip of my nose. This will just lift the nose to make it look like more of a button nose. Let's try Mica from L'Oreal. This is interesting. I gotta work on my lipstick game, I think. Okay, so this is the final look. I feel like the lips were a fail, but we can try again next time. But I really like how it turned out. It's kind of like a spotlight, halo, bronzy eye. Yeah, I like it. So if you guys like it, give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any makeup tutorial ideas or any suggestions on what you'd like to see next, just let me know in the comments. And thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in my next video.